Why is it that y'all don't like hearing about all the horrific things white people did during slavery and after slavery? Does it make you feel some sort of way? I just want to know.
All right, so in 1860, I want you to guess how many white individuals owned slaves. Like what percentage of white people in the U.S. owned slaves? 1.4% of individuals owned slaves. And I find this interesting because I rarely hear anybody talk about this. Like you'll see many Black Americans that love to talk about this history and and they don't want to tell you this and they don't want to tell you that. But these same people conveniently leave out that the vast majority of white people did not have slaves. So acting like this was all white people is representing a skewed, inaccurate version of history. Is representing a skewed, inaccurate version of history.
Is representing a skewed, inaccurate version of history.
And I think the more we can bring to light the reality of this can work to help alleviate some of the frustration that Black Americans have with white people. But then the next thing on top of this is it's about time to move on. Like at some point, we have to move on. Like if many Black people spent more time focused on bettering themselves and putting themselves in a better situation compared to talking about racism and white people and complaining about the past, many of us would be far better off.
Yo, so I saw this post yesterday. The 1% stat is technically about individuals listed as slave owners in the 1860 census, not households. In many cases, only one person in a family was legally recorded as the owner, usually the head of the household. So if a man in a 6-person family owned slaves, only he's counted in that 1.4%, even though the entire household benefit from the slave labor. When you look at households, especially in the South, roughly 25% of white households owned enslaved people. And beyond ownership, the regional economy, laws, and political power were structured around slavery. So using 1.4% without the context can make slavery seem fringe or insignificant when historically it was foundational. Stats aren't dangerous, but stripped of context, they can distort scale and impact. And the point about focusing on the future, that's valid. Progress requires forward thinking, but it's disingenuous to minimize slavery and then suggest Black people have just been harping on the past since 1860. After slavery came Reconstruction backlash, Jim Crow laws, redlining, mass incarceration, real policies within living memory that shape opportunity. Acknowledging the history isn't about staying stuck in it. It's about understanding how we got here so the future conversation is honest. Because just like in most courtrooms, when context gets stripped away, the truth gets buried.